Jai Hind, Saraswati Sisukunj Bhagwala Borsad, English Medium, Standard 5th, subject EVS, and here we will study today chapter number 13, What If It Finishes. This chapter we already have discussed in live class, right, in all classes. So, this chapter starts with a trip to Adalaj from Ahmedabad. And that Adalaj is 18 kilometers away from Ahmedabad, right? And students are in the bus and they are traveling. So, they are observing the vehicles on the road, right? And in some road, they get stuck in the traffic jam. So from that, students are started observing the vehicles which is, they found in their surroundings. So they're starting auto rickshaws, there are buses, then, scooters, bikes, rickshaw, then bicycle, and many other vehicles they found on the road. They found that there are only few bicycles present on the road, right? And other vehicles are more in compared to bicycle. Now they are thinking that now you also think that these vehicles what they require fuel to work, right? They require fuel. Different vehicles require different fuel like petrol, diesel, CNG, right? So these are fuel. So if we talk about car, it requires petrol and diesel. Same for bike, it requires petrol. Truck require diesel, right? Aeroplane require its different fuel. Okay. So how we get this fuel? Do you know? There is a petroleum. If you heard that word, it's a dark color liquid which is found deep inside the land. When they get the petroleum, they send that petroleum to the refineries. And when it is refined, when it is getting clean, this all are being separated from petroleum. So basically we can say that petroleum is a main source of all other fuel. Now why we are discussing about fuel? Because this petroleum is in fixed amount. It is not getting increased. This petroleum requires lakhs of years to get formed under the earth, under the surface of the earth, right? It requires lakhs of years, means many years. But the amount of petroleum right now, it is fixed. You have observed the petrol prices right now in current situation. Even diesel prices are also getting increased day by day. This is because the number of vehicles are getting increased day by day on the road, but the amount of fuel is same. So that is why the cost of petrol or diesel is getting increased day by day. More vehicles are getting increased. So what is the solution? What will be for the future human being? That we need to think. If we will save fuel, so in future there will be no scarcity of fuel, right? We can think about other sources of fuel also, like solar energy, right? Electricity even. So these are also fuel which we can use. Form of energy also we can say, right? Okay, now let's talk about this petroleum. This bus was travel further and that bus stopped at one petrol pump. The students came out from the bus. They were observing one poster. Here you can see that poster. Petrol and diesel will not last for longer. Save it for your future. Or you can say save it for the future children. Use every drop. Make a use of every drop of fuel or petrol or diesel you can say. Turn off or you can say switch off the engine of your vehicle when you are at the red light, right? Many times they are keeping their engine on, so that is the waste of fuel, right? So this was the poster and all children were thinking that yes, most of our parents are doing the same thing, right? And they have decided that we will inform this to our parents, right? Now they are talking with petrol pump, one employee of a petrol pump. They are discussing that how we get this petroleum. So he said we get this petroleum from the deep under the ground, means under the earth, right? We get the petroleum. And that petroleum color also they discussed, that is dark black color. Here you can see how is the color of petroleum, right? And then afterward when it is sent to the refinery, we get the other products, right? So one boy said that so we can also take out petroleum in a free cost, right? Like how we are taking out water from the borewell, same way we can take out petroleum also. So that employee said, no beta, it is only found in certain areas. If we talk about India, there are 4 states in which we can get petroleum, that is Assam, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat and Maharashtra. These 4 states are there where we can get the petroleum. So it is not easy to get petroleum everywhere. Wherever you get borewell type structure and you can take out the petroleum, it is not possible. In the discussion, at one point one boy asked to the employee that if this petrol or petroleum, if it is finishes, then how vehicles will run? Then what is the option of this petroleum or petrol? So he said CNG is other option, right? On CNG we can run the different vehicles, and one positive point of CNG is that it doesn't pollute atmosphere, means it produces less smoke in compared to petrol. So we can say that CNG is a better option compared to petrol, because petrol is producing more smoke than CNG, right? And you have seen that many cars and auto rickshaws also move, or you can say many cars and auto rickshaws also use this CNG. It is eco-friendly, we can say that, right? So that CNG is other option. Many vehicles in today's situation, it use electricity as a fuel to run on the road, right? So we have that other option too. Apart from that, if we save fuel by some steps like walk or use bicycle for nearby distance. Second number, switch off, or you can say turn off your engine when you are stopping your vehicle, right? Third one, carpooling. Encourage the carpooling. Share your car with the people who are going to the same place where you are going, right? So there is also a way to save the petrol. So in future maybe it will last for more years, right? That petrol or diesel will be for more years with you on the earth. Okay, so up to here we discuss in our first session, right, of this chapter. Now let's see exercise, everyone. Okay, so for exercise, let's say first question, that is fill in the blanks. First fill in the blank. We get LPG, wax, petrol, kerosene, coal tar and fuel for aircraft from. So here this all kind of things are separated from the petroleum, right, which is dark thick liquid, right? So here answer will be petroleum. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see second number. Sound of the loud horns causes blank pollution. Sound of a loud horns, right? During the traffic signal is red, right? At that time, that horns causes noise pollution. Okay, third number. The smoke of the vehicles can causes. The smoke of the vehicle can causes. Right, this is related with our body, so that is breathing problem, right? Okay, let's see fourth number. To clean petroleum, it is sent to clean petroleum, right? To separate these all things, petrol, diesel and kerosene, to separate, we need to send this petroleum to refinery. Right, so answer is refinery. Fifth number, blank is a smelly, thick, dark colored. So that is petroleum. Here they are talking about petroleum, liquid, right? So answer is petroleum. Just take a look of all answers. Okay, let's go towards the next question, that is answer the following questions, right? This is short answers. Let's see all answers first, right? An explanation of the answers, then I'll write it on the board. See, first one, from where do we get petroleum, right? So as I explained that petroleum, we get petroleum from the deep down under the ground. Okay, let's see next one. How is petroleum formed? How is petroleum formed? So petroleum is formed naturally, right? It is not man-made thing, right? So petroleum is formed naturally but very slowly. It takes thousands or lakhs years to get formed, right? Understand? Okay, let's go for third number. How do we clean the raw petroleum? right, the petroleum which you are taking out with the machineries, right, that dark color liquid, how will you clean it up? So it is sent to the refinery. To clean this petroleum, that petroleum is sent to the refineries. Okay, now see fourth number. What is full form of LPG and CNG? Most of you know maybe, right? LPG and CNG. G means gas in both. The meaning of G is gas. Here in LPG, L means liquid petroleum, G for gas, liquid petroleum gas. CNG is C, compressed and natural, G, gas, compressed natural gas, that is CNG, liquid petroleum gas, that is LPG. Okay, let's see next one. What is refinery? So refinery is a place where crude oil, or you can say crude oil means petroleum, is cleaned, and petrol, diesel, kerosene, wax, that all things are separated from petroleum, or you can say crude oil. Crude oil and petroleum both are same, right? So this was your all 5 answer, right? Now let's take a look of all answers. Okay, so let's see answers here. First number, from where do we get petroleum, right? See answer. We get petroleum from deep down under the ground, as I said. See second number, how is petroleum formed? It is formed naturally but very slowly. It takes thousands, lakhs of years to form. See number 3, how do we clean the raw petroleum? So answer is here. To clean raw petroleum, it is sent to refinery. Right, get it? Okay, see 4 number question here. Write full form of LPG and CNG. So as I wrote here, liquid petroleum gas, that is for LPG, compressed natural gas, that is for CNG, right? So this both are full form. See next one. What is refinery? So refinery is a place where crude oil, that is petroleum only, right? Crude oil is cleaned and diesel, petroleum, grease, wax, etc. are separated. So in refinery, these things are separated from crude oil or petroleum, right? Let's take a look of all answers. So let's go for third question. Answer the following in detail. Here we have first question, how carpooling is a wise way to save petrol. Now carpooling, as I explained you in the live class, that carpooling means many peoples who want to go at some same place, right? Like 5 peoples are there and they are living nearby, or one is in the way of the other one, right? So they are taking only one car, they are sitting in the one car to reach to the same place, right? And they are not using individual car, right? Now think that all 5 people have cars and they are going in the separate car. So each car requires the same amount of fuel, and the total amount of fuel which is required by the 5 car is equal. But if they will sit in the one car, then it will be the less in compared to the 5 cars. So that is why this carpooling, right? It is the better way to save fuel, right? I will write the answer at that time. We will make it small, so it will be easy for you. Now see this one. Write some use of a petroleum. So petroleum means here we are talking about all the sources: petrol, diesel, kerosene, LPG, CNG and all, right? So commonly what we can write, it is used to run vehicles, for cooking food, for aircrafts, ships, to make paints, right? So these are the uses. So here just we have to write point wise uses of the petroleum. Okay, so let's see answers now quickly. Okay, so let's see answers now. First one, how carpooling is wise way to save petrol. Okay, so here is one example given. 5 people are going to the same place by pooling car. They will be using less fuel. When 5 people are going in the same car, they are using less fuel, whereas individually they are using 5 times more. If they will go individually in a separate cars, so they are using more fuel. So carpooling is, this is how carpooling is better. See next one, write some uses of petroleum. So it is used for to run vehicles, it is used to cook food, it is used to run machines, it is used to run aircrafts and ships, it is used to make paints. Okay, so just take a look of all answers. Hope that you understand how we can save the petrol and what are the uses of petroleum and how it is made, right? And which states in which we can get this petroleum under the ground. Okay, so do your worksheet carefully. Thank you.